So Keith Thurman says Canelo doesn't have any more opponents, so now he's starting to fight welterweights, which is so far from the truth. Canelo has plenty of opponents to fight. Canelo is the #1 pay-per-view star in America. Is it just me, or is Keith Thurman very emotional these days? Trying to criticize Canelo when you're fighting a 40-year-old man. This time, you may have picked the wrong cherry, and maybe that's why you're so worried. We see his press conferences. He tries to intimidate Pacquiao, but it's not working. For instance, look at his press conference in New York. Pacquiao just smiling and laughing in Keith's face. That's a sign of an elite champion. So Keith Thurman continues to ramble on, "I'm gonna knock you out, I'm gonna retire you." And all Pacquiao says is, "We'll see in the ring." Keith Thurman is used to intimidating his opponents. But Manny Pacquiao is not an opponent you can intimidate. Manny has been an 8th division champ. While Keith Thurman claims he fought great fighters, he fought some good fighters like Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. But Sean Porter and Danny Garcia are not great fighters. Manny Pacquiao said this Keith Thurman fight will be very easy for him. Now, Keith Thurman is the longest reigning champion in the welterweight division. But sidelined by injuries and inactivity, Keith Thurman hasn't done much. But discredit other welterweight champions like Terrence Crawford. Says Terrence Crawford is barely a champion, and Terrence Crawford offered him a challenge, and Keith Thurman turned that down. Keith Thurman has said in multiple interviews that he's not impressed with Terrence Crawford. So in return, Terrence Crawford said, "I'm not impressed with you. Let's fight." Of course, there's no response because Keith Thurman does not want that smoke. Not just Keith Thurman, but all the welterweights at the PBC do not want any part of Terrence Crawford. This Manny Pacquiao fight for Keith Thurman is his biggest fight in his career. Even at the ripe age of 40 years old, Manny Pacquiao is the toughest opponent that Keith Thurman has ever faced. I think Keith Thurman is feeling the pressure. He seems a little more emotional than usual. He's erupting in interviews. People asking him simple questions. All the reporter asks him is, when is he going to fight Errol Spence? I feel like Keith Thurman has to come out and dominate Manny Pacquiao. Think about this. Manny Pacquiao could have fought Terrence Crawford when he was with Top Rank. He could have fought Errol Spence, but he picked you. He picked you because he thought you was the easiest guy to beat out of all the welterweight champions. On July 20th, Keith Thurman will be on the biggest stage of his life. He wanted it, now he got it. He says he's gonna knock Pacquiao out and retire him. So if that doesn't happen, and he happens to lose, is he ready for the criticism like he give other fighters like Canelo, Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford? Leave your comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm out.